Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Total War Warhammer. Continuing our WAAAGH campaign. I know it's been a while, just been busy. Also been live streaming quite a bit of a Chaos campaign that you guys can check out. Now, another reason I've been kind of avoiding what is your WAAAGH target? That army? Okay, that's fine. Another reason I've been kind of avoiding, quote unquote, the YouTube campaign, which we're doing right now, is because I have run into a bit of a bug in my game where unfortunately they sometimes my fightiness caps at 80 and I'm not able to generate any WAAAGH armies. So I'm hoping that maybe because this campaign's already going, that won't be a problem, but we'll have to see. Let's see what I was up to. So looks like I'm raiding these guys for plenty of money. Infrastructure wise, we're doing pretty well. Sharing quite a bit of land with the top knots, which is kind of a shame because the only way to get your hands on some sweet Savage Orc units is by killing the Savage Orcs and taking their lands, but we're not going to really be able to do that. Alright, so let's see what we're up to right now. So Chaos has invaded. It looks like it's, yep, Archon himself. Lords leveled up. I already did that. Alright. Alright, and then WAAAGH is in Karazakarak, and we've got up to a 20 stack. Who are we at war with at this moment? A lot of people. Primarily... nobody's super interesting. We're mostly at war with just the Border Princes, looks like. Which is good. The dwarves are dead. So we're walking our way towards that campaign victory. Alright, so, WAAAGH, I would like to move forward with his quest line. So for Slaga Slashes, I need to take what? Migdol. Okay, that's not too hard. Alright, so let's head over that way. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I intend on making a little bit of a good long video this time. Just because it's been a while. We might go for an hour, we might go for 2. We'll just see how we're feeling. And hopefully everything behaves itself. Alright, let's block him so he's not able to run away. Nicely done, big boss. Alright. 2 points in bodyguard, so you're less likely to get killed for some reason. And I'm perfectly fine letting these guys just continue to raid. And it looks like my WAAAGH died trying to take down the Skull Takers, which is kind of annoying, but it's not a huge deal. So I think after we take Migdol Vongol-Barak, we might very well march north, try and claim all of the rest of the World's Edge Mountains. Oh no, the Skull Takers are dead. Ah, my WAAAGH won. Good for them. Alright, so I'm going to send my Goblin Boss south to help deal with the Bear Singling who are coming up to fight us. Meanwhile, WAAAGH is a very easy settlement to pick on. You're recruiting troops, it's fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and attack Akendorf. Just to get some more funds. My goal is to have this campaign finished by the time the Beastmen hit, though I do intend on starting quite a few campaigns here in the near future. Alright, So let's run over here so that I can underway to Migdal von Galbrock. And I think I may send one of my armies. Actually, I'm probably going to build a new army here at Mount Sweeghorn to deal with the Zufbar dwarves. 4 units of black orcs. Oop, wrong unit. 2 units of biggins, which are good damage dealing units. But yeah, I hope you're all having a wonderful day, wonderful time, wonderful year, whatever it is that you may or may not be up to. Let's see, I think I might throw a big boss in his unit, or his army.
What do you want?
Just to give a little bit of variety. Big bosses are actually pretty decent if you can get them to a high enough level that they can ride some of that. They get ambusher. Ambusher is a very, very solid thing for them. Let's see. Yeah, we want. Let's do fleet-footed. You really want them to be fast. They make pretty solid assassin characters if you play your hand right. Alright. He's still having got to deal with these guys. We're moving around as we need to. But yeah, I hope all you guys are doing just absolutely fantastic. I've had a pretty good week, day, whatever. Been enjoying some Pokemon Go. Those of you who are in the States, which is a good number of you, might have been playing that. I think it just released in Canada as well. It's a fun game. Very good little thing to do with friends. That, you know, keeps you busy, gets you outside. It's weird how, like, popular my town is with it. But enough on that. Let's talk about some Beastman stuff. So, okay, well, my WAAAGHs are working on this save file, so that's great news. Because I love being able to WAAAGH. Not being able to WAAAGH makes me really upset. Alright, let's keep going with Raider. Alright, I'm going to send this Goblin over to Zufbar. After, well, we'll leave him here right now to heal up. But we're going to send him to Zufbar. Now I'm going to leave Gogret Gore Spitter here. Ironhard. Want to build up to Lightning Strike. So that even if something big comes after me, I can handle it. Hello, Migdal. Trespassing. Yes, I am, and I don't feel bad. Alright, so the Bears and Ling are coming here. One thing I honestly think they need to fix about the Greenskin campaign is that I feel like they really need to make these guys into actual Warriors of Chaos. Like, they need to be another Warriors of Chaos force. Like, I would much prefer if Kolek or Sigvald led the southern invasion. Because these are just Norskins. So, unless you've, like, expanded really, really well, you kind of miss out on the Chaos Invasion if you're this far south. Unless you're playing on, like, Legendary, in which case Chaos gets so many stacks that they'll come to you eventually. But, you know, I'm playing hard, I think, for this one. And, yeah. But I am looking forward to Beastmen appearing here in the Marshes of Madness. I think they start off right next to the Pillar of Bone, which is right over here. So, really looking forward to having a much more populated map. I think that's going to excite things a lot. Another thing I saw today was that they released one of the new maps that's coming to the game, which is the you're still in underway stance.
Nasty magic's ready.
Which is the river map. Very, very excited for a river map. Kind of selfishly, I guess. I'm more excited for it in the vein of I really want to see. I really want to get to the point when lizardmen are in the game. I want them to have a lot of river maps because lizardmen should have Strider in water, just like the beastmen have Strider in the forest. Which means lizardmen will be really good on those kinds of maps because most of their units, skinks and crocsgores, salamanders, razordons, and all those guys can move through water without penalty, which will be really nice. But definitely looking very forward to the Beastmen. I know I kind of put a video out on it, and I almost feel like the video ended up being a little bit more negative than I intended. Especially based on like the comment section. Go double giant, why not? Which kind of worries me. I didn't, you know, like I made it in kind of like a, I understand why people are upset, but like here's why I'm kind of excited. And I feel like it almost, maybe the comment section got a little bit more heavy on the subject than I really intended for it to get. Which, I mean, those kinds of things happen, and this is a really sensitive topic for a lot of people. That being said, I hope people stay reasonable about it. I'm definitely not one of the people that thinks we should, like, hang CA or some crap over the roster, which I really think is the only point of contention. I think everything else about the Beastmen is rock solid. The only complaint I could possibly see anyone reasonably having is the roster missing the, like, 2 monsters and 1 unit. A lot of people seem to be worried about the Tuskor Chariot, which kind of, like, surprises me, because the Tuskor Chariot really is not, like, that big of a unit. Like, you know, people are like, oh, you know, if I don't get my Tuskor Chariots, that's, like, a fundamental flaw with this game. And it's like, but you got Razor Gore Chariots, which are just better. Like, sure, don't get me wrong, I would like to have Tuskor Chariots eventually. But... Alright, let me read through this real quick, just in case we haven't done so already. WAAAGH really wants to go south. Not all that unusual for an orc brought up in Troll Country. After all, the squishiest umis and shiniest loot is in the Empire, which is ironically now in Dunor, since the Slaughterer up sticks and went to the Badlands. But WAAAGH's top bosses know that's not why he wants to go south. Something else is pushing him to go that way. He is prone to bouts of staring into space or arguing with his magical ground. But when he snaps out of it, he is the old WAAAGH, intent on fighting and looting. As WAAAGH's WAAAGH rampages through the soft southern lands, his tactics become increasingly un-orky, straying from the usual Greenskin staple of outnumber and charge. The orc warboss now fights with more complex strategies, pincer movements, refused flanks, and their like. He even sends out scouts ahead so that he can pick the best targets for his horde, rather than just smashing anything that they come across. Something he calls strategy, apparently. All the while, he argues with a voice in his head, seemingly coming from the dark crowd he looted up north. His boys shrug to themselves. As long as the boss is fighting, who cares if he's acting a bit loony? Move a character to work bad. Speaking of which, where the hell are all my characters? Let's see. Spear Chukka, I believe, is here. Nope, that's Grimfang Delony. Very fitting. Let's see, I get 2 points. Let's take Power Drain and Earthing. Let's see. I'm looking for all of my... Where are all my shamans?
Yeah.
You grow a level. Good for you. Let's get you, Itchy Nuisance. Really good spell. Really, really good spell. Where are my agents? It's saying that I have, like, Goblin Shamans deployed. Oh, you know what? I bet the Shaman Hut's saying I can only have 2 Shamans out at any time. Orc Shaman, Goblin Big Boss, Goblin Big Boss. Yeah, because I don't have any Night Goblin Shamans deployed. Which I guess means that when you build a Goblin Hut... Yeah, you can only... Oh, okay, so that's just Shamans. Okay. It's not types of Shamans. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so let's take... let's take this Orc Shaman here. He's not really doing much. Skunk Spear Chukka, and let's move him to Work Bad. Go. Give him something to do. Alright, and since we've started the fight with Karakiran, I think we're going to finish it. So let's get a boss hut going here. Boss tent. Building-wise, I think we're doing fine. Just going to keep harassing those guys as best I can. Let's see. But yes, very much looking forward to Beastmen adding in the game. And of course, I'm looking forward to what comes after, because we're going to be getting our first pre-LC Legendary Lord, which would be really exciting, which is supposed to be a vampire count. If the images or anything to go off of, which so far they've been pretty accurate. I'm also excited for the Beast Wizard. I know as soon as the Beastmen DLC drops, I'm almost certainly going to be starting an Empire campaign with Balthazar Gelt, so that I can get really powerful Beast Wizards. Because quite frankly, the fact that they can ride on Griffins, which has already been confirmed, that is very exciting to me. I'm going to have a double Griffin army, because I can. Kind of wish they made them Lord level, just to make things more exciting. I believe they're just another hero. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Join up the big boss to this, 2 4 guys. Just getting some, let's give him 1 giant. I don't really think I need to. I'll take 2 trolls. And then what I need are, I need some archers. Error boys. Archers is a very un-orky term. The last thing you want is to be seen as the un-orky one in the pack. But yeah, I think Beastmen are really going to mix the game up in just so many exciting ways. Easily going to be one of the best DLCs for this game. Alright, this guy's ready to go. So. See, his wall meter's at 80, so I'm wondering if he attacks if it's capped. Because the weird thing about the bug I've been having is it's really random whether or not a faction gets a WAAAGH or not. Like, it really feels like it's just a total coin flip. Alright, so I'm going to move underway stance, and I'm going to stay within my borders so I can heal a bit. These guys are just going to keep raiding this area because I can. Because that's what orcs do best. Alright, and we just got a spider hatcher and big wheels, I think is what we just got. So we really want, see, enormous loot charts is really good. I don't really have any chariots right now. I intend to get a bunch of chariots, I don't have any at the moment. I think we'll take the enormous loot cart so that we can get more loot. Because loot is all that matters to a proper orc. I'll tell you what though, if there's one thing I've really come to be fond of, it's greenskin magic. I know for a lot of people it's not the most popular lore, just because even when you play greenskins, a lot of people tend to drift towards WAAAGH just because Lore of Death is easier to use, in my opinion. But with the nerf Lore of Death got in that patch a little while ago, I really think the greenskin lores really shine due to their much more superior buff spells. Lore of Death is a really powerful disruption lore, in my opinion, the best in the game, just because it's good because you can give a unit terror, which can immediately cause a terror bomb in an area to break a bunch of units. Soul Blight is probably one of the best, if not the best debuff spell in the game right now. Oh yeah, and we have spawning Savage Orcs. They're there. Gojor Pigkissa. Can we make friends with Pigkissa? Because I could always use more friends. Password. Okay, so apparently these guys remember that we hate each other. Some of that selective racial memory, I guess. Alright, so I'm gonna move over this way so we can go to war with Karakirn. And then we have an orc who's making his way up there. We're doing fine here. We'll probably attack that place again in a minute. Pillars of Grungni are fully built. Or not the Pillars of Grungni. Gosh, reading my mind, chat. Alright, let's pick up some wolf chariots. And I think I want to pick up some Night Goblin archers, because they're really stealthy. That'll probably be the last army we build for quite some time, just because armies are kind of getting awfully expensive. And we've got negative public order here. I might need to trade out this Dahord for some loot, or for a boss tent, but right now we'll keep it the same. Alright, we're just going to keep this guy attacking these various hordes so we can get rid of them as quickly as possible. blocking them doesn't actually do any damage, of course, but it does slow them down enough that the computer, being my Savage Orc boys, can actually like do something about it. All right, so this guy, I was actually going to send him into the mountains, but
The tribe's ready.
the Savage Orcs are actually taking quite a bit of damage. So what we're going to do instead is that we're going to wander south and go mess some people up. So yeah, you'll notice this guy was at 80 fightiness last turn, and we were supposed to go higher, but he's not generating a WAAAGH. So it's kind of a hit or miss most of the time. Route Marcher. Sometimes we get lucky, and we get what we want and get a WAAAGH. Sometimes we don't. I'm not too worried about it right now. Let's see, what do I want to give this guy's army? He's got a pretty good cav. Let's give him a rock lava. I'm gonna Ragnarok. A lot of spiders. I'll take a boar chariot. Take 2 of them actually. And then I will take some orc biggins. Actually, I'll take 2 orc biggins. Maybe some better infantry besides just black orcs. But yeah, I mean that's the sucky thing. I have put in a ticket for it, and I talked to someone else who was having a similar bug. So if you're having this problem, which if you don't know, you should start a new campaign and see if you're having a similar issue. Then please go to the campaign and battle bugs section of the support forums on Total War, www.totalwar.com. In their forums section, there's a support area for Total War Warhammer that sort of deals with these kinds of issues. And the more people we can get submitting their information, so CA has as much, material to work with, so they can find the solution and get it patched, the better. Which, for those of you who are almost certainly going to ask, I did delete all my mods and verified my game files and like the integrity of my data, and like I did everything. Still broken. Could not get it to fix for the life of me. Alright, I think I'm actually going to fight this one, just for fun, just because we haven't fought a battle in a bit with our Greenskins. So let's actually lay siege to Karakaren and have some fun with it. Between the Giant and the Ragnarok, I can bust down the doors really easy, and I just flood it and kill everything. And Doom Divers are quite nice for clearing people off the walls. Probably should have waited for my WAAAGH, but whatever. But, because I was really having a hankering, I guess, or a desire to run a Grimgore campaign, but that's when I first noticed the bug and realized that I was not able to generate any WAAAGH armies, which doesn't kill a Greenskin campaign, but it makes it infinitely less fun, especially because Greenskin armies can be pretty pricey, and the WAAAGH mechanic is supposed to basically give you a free army so that you can conquer a larger area faster. That's much better. So let's send the Giant for this gate, and we'll send the Ragnarok for the other gate. Turn him off. That I really hate that the Ragnarok is shooting attacks, honestly. Like, and the only reason I hate it is because for some reason it exhausts him. Like, it counts as him being the archer, despite the fact that it's only the guys on top that are shooting. And it's like, oh, your Ragnarok's exhausted before he even gets to battle, so he's actually really shitty at fighting now. Which some of you really gotta watch out for. See, we'll send the spiders to the Ragnarok, because that makes sense. And I'll put I'll put my level 9 Doom Diver here, and I'll put my level 7 Doom Diver there. Or wait, no, that's level 6, yeah. And then archers. I'll put the Orc archers, these guys. Run forward and shoot stuff. WAAAGH will lead this bunch. Actually, no. Let's have Grimfang lead this bunch. WAAAGH will lead the spiders, and those guys, and then we'll put our goblins over here. All right, and then all that's left to do is kind of create some groups. That way, I can just move around these guys with a few clicks of a button. And then, actually, why don't y'all include the war boss? And then you guys will group up. And then you guys will group up. And then you guys will group up. Alright. Should be good. So we'll have the Arachnarok and the Giant just take down the gates. Move the archers up to the wall. The Doom Divers firing. There are a lot of hammerers here, so we're gonna have to be really aggressive with the Doom Divers. Okay, move the archers up to the wall. WAAAGH and his lads moving, and we'll move up the Spider Riders to about there so that they can charge in when it's ready and take minimal damage. Alright, so we want to do Brain Busta on the Quarrelers. I can get in range. Because that'll do a good job disrupting them and getting them to stop shooting at me for a bit. Come on. This spell takes like a million years to cast. Yeah, that did no damage, but nonetheless, it did a lot of work. Alright, and then I don't really have anything else I want to cast at the moment. Alright, the Ragnarok is almost through the gate. So what I'm going to do is pretty much nothing, actually. So do that, and then tell WAAAGH and his lads going through. Good thing the dwarfs built that conveniently a Ragnarok-sized gate. Otherwise, I might have been in trouble. Wow, they're through there easy. And we don't really care if we lose some orcs in the process. Alright, and we want to punch a hole in these guys right as the gate's about to go down. So when it hits about 90%, I'll drop a footed orc. Go over to WAAAGH at the moment. Okay, there we go. Foot! Wait for it. Wait for it. Charge. It's good to do because it lets you just sort of walk your way in without any problems. Alright, so we've got him in. And then we're going to fire off, and here we go. To improve our combat stats. Meanwhile, I have enough for Soul Blights, which we're going to throw down to debuff. Absolutely fantastic spell. Just minus to a lot of stats. Just going to have WAAAGH tear stuff up. And then let's go ahead and bring in the Spider Riders for the extra assistance. Giants are a really phenomenal unit. It's always good to get one if you can. Very, very popular multiplayer for good reason. Do quite a bit of damage. One thing I hate about some of these spells is that their minimum range is like really irritating. I'm trying to get the Black Orcs in. Come on, guys. In you go. Wait, what? Oh, stupid boys. Alright, and the harassment's going really well over here. Fire off another Soul Blight just to keep their damage low. Let's have the spider move through a bit so that more of my melee units can get in contact. Come on. We got pretty much a clear exit. Yep. Pull him out. And Ragnarok spiders are really, really good for character killing, so we're going to sick them on the Dwarf Lord. Which allows my guys to fill in a bit. Especially with the Spider Riders. Throw down an aspect of the Dread Knight on the Ragnarok to buff his leadership. And here we've almost broken through. And chomp that guy's head off. See if I can get the Giant to walk his way through. Good, giant. Good, good. Alright, we want him attacking that direction. Tell the Black Orcs to flood in on this direction. So basically with these gate fights, you're just looking for an opening, is the long and short of it. And my Doom Divers, for some reason, are getting super... Oh, they were probably targeting a specific unit. Alright, let's have our Orc Biggins climb this wall, cause some mess. Yeah, I see Doom Divers getting way too close. Let's focus the archers a bit. I'm not doing as much to that lord as I would like, so let's redirect him a bit. Problem with an all-hammer army, basically, is that they will hold, and Longbeard... Oh, actually, no, it was mostly all Longbeards. Is that they will hold for a really, really long time. Like, we're breaking through, but it just takes a while. And Grimfang Deloney broke. And these Black Orcs are being really shitty about getting inside. Come on, guys. I need y'all actually inside. Probably gonna lose my giant, but it's no big deal. Yep, dead giant. Unfortunately, there's so many Longbeards that this means I'm not really able to break any of these units. And my Ragnarok is my fastest unit, so we're going to send him to go shut those quarters up. Throws a Spirit Leech on the Dwarf Lord. If he dies, we'll be in a better spot. And my errors out of shots, which is kind of sucky. Let's pull back the Goblin Spider Rider archers. See if we can shoot down these Quarrelers up here. Alright, so we finally burst through here. So now we're going to try and kill that guy while the Arachnarok tears up stuff over there. Yeah, these... we finally got the crossbowmen on the ground, which is not going to go well for them. I'm going to go reinforce my Ragnarok. My army tears up that guy. We'll send one of my units to go support him. We're going to throw another aspect of the Dread Knight on him to buff his leadership. This is a much messier fight than I had intended to participate in, but what are you going to do? Let's actually bring both of those spider units out this way. That way we can take the square. We'll stop them from shooting. I kind of hope we get different kinds of Black Orcs at some point, because I know personally I would really like to run Black Orcs with Sword and Board. Alright, move y'all into the square. WAAAGH into the square. Oh.
Goblins!
Black holes! Show us the enemy!
Alright, he finally broke.
War, it's here!
Try and kill him off. Ragnarok, what are you doing? Come on, buddy.
Attack the soldier!
Nice next fighting here. I'm gonna make myself cause fear so they take the leadership debuff. One of these spiders out and around. Don't mind me, just keep. Okay. Problem with Spider Riders is they're very maneuverable, but that's about all I got going for them.
Attack the soldier!
Archers, why don't you back up? Just shoot from this engagement. But the Ragnarok's hit home in this fight, so that should end it pretty quickly. And we pretty much won over on this side as well, which is good. Gold floor shattered, so let's just bring everybody into the square.
Attack the soldier!
Get these guys on. Oops, no. Not withdraw. Vanguard, hold back some more. These dwarves busy. Alright. I'm gonna go support my giant spiders, so I'll be seeing you guys.
Let's get some!
Damn it, kill him! Die!
Run away, spiders, run away. Nope, 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 nope. What? Oh my god. I like Vanguard, but sometimes, or the skirmish mode, but sometimes it just doesn't work. It's really annoying when that's the case. You tell them to skirmish and they're like, oh, so I should run directly into the enemy? Gotcha.
Attack the soldier!
These dwarves are very resistant. Come on, Black Orcs. Another thing I'm glad they fixed since I last played this campaign, because that patch was a big thing that came out since then, was that they made it so that big units like Ragnaroks don't get like absolutely nuked. And pretty good kills all around. The Ragnarok and WAAAGH did really well. Giant did pretty good. This Endeavor unit did really well. Lost a few guys, but I'm probably going to be here for a little bit, so that's fine. Karakiran's pretty much dead now. And the middle mountains are almost mine. Actually, no, these would be the... Oh gosh, Black Mountains, I believe? Let's see, let's loot and occupy. Alright, so I'm going to repair some stuff. Definitely are going to need a boss tent here. Definitely are going to need a better defense. And does this have a unique building? It does. Awesome. And WAAAGH needs to recruit a new giant.
This is good.
And then I also need another unit of Orc Biggins. And... oh, my Doom Diver survived. That's really good. What else died? 4 Black Orcs. Not really sure. I'll just pick up some more arrow boys. Alright, so you have good stuff. Get both of those so that we get We have pretty reliable starting winds of magic. Let's see. How big are these guys? Okay, so that's Karak Izor. Don't really want to go to war with them just yet. Let me see. Everything else looks pretty stable. I've got 2 turns till anything interesting happens there, and then this place is done. And you will be... you need 1 more unit. Use a Wolf Rider unit to like chase down enemy artillery. But Archaon's invasion has started, so we're just kind of waiting for things to settle down a bit. And I apologize, I'm not super talkative. My allergies are kind of killing me today. But I definitely do not need extra teeth. I think a shiny helmet would be much better. Especially, it hurts my fightiness, but seeing as some of my walls don't even work, it's not a big deal.
Send me to battle.
Alright, time to get marching, lads. Alright, that's happening. I'm going to be recovering here for quite a few turns. We're going to keep heading south because I want to take as much of this stuff as I can. Also want to kick out the Bearsing lane. Critical failure. That sucks. Let's see. I think that's everything I want to do, really.
A great crane flows.
You finally arrived and we're bad. Alright, again, WAAAGH's strange decisions have borne fruit. The Scouty sends out reports that finally the Umi fugitives gather in numbers great enough to offer battle at a place called Butcher's Hill. WAAAGH laughs as he surveys their forces, then twitches and thumps his iron crown. Shut up, Iron Hat. We'll go south later. I've got some business here first. Alright, so we've unlocked WAAAGH's quest battle, or a quest battle. That's actually not the one that gives us Slaggus Slashes. We still have more work to do before we hit that point.
Now's the time.
We're getting there, though. Alright, we'll back up these guys. We'll just slaughter them. Alright, we got a WAAAGH going. See, this army wasn't able to wall last time, but I guess now he can't. Oh, this is odd. Alright. But we're WAAAGH now, so whatever. We want more money from raiding. And I think we're going to go bother... let's go after Karak Izor. Over here at Karak Ansgahar. Let's go mess with him. Get a bigger boss tent. Is this thing done over here? Yes, Karak Peaks is done. Bigger fortifications. bigger piggies. And beast layers, which will make the piggy units really good.
Start the WAAAGH!
Alright, we go to Mount Gumbad. And that's pretty much it. We just continue. I'm not actually making any money here because of the skull takers. Skull takers, you need to get lost. You buggers. I don't appreciate you on my hunting grounds. Not one bit. We'll burn Ackendorf again just for the fun of it. Gotta make some money. Start the WAAAGH. Alright, so we get Lightning Strike. Mob Boss is really good, but we'll get that later. I'd like to start building up his other skills, and then we'll finish off these guys. Nicely done. Then I walk back over next to my WAAAGH, and I'll encamp next turn. But what I want to do real quick, I just realized I had pretty bad stuff on this guy, and he's leading one of my bigger WAAGHs. So we should probably give him some actually good equipment. Potion of Healing's pretty good. There we go. While he teaches them Umi gets, who's really in charge here. Alright, you continue on your southern escapade. Would it be faster to run? Probably. Yeah, it is honestly my hope that they destroy a bunch of territory down there. That way I can take it. I only need one settlement, though, to get access to Savage Orc units. Alright, Mount Gumbad. I already moved this turn. And as soon as I get my giant, I'll go do my quest battle, my first quest battle for Slag of Slashes. Where's this? Oh, Karak Azul. Oh, that's why they don't have enough boss tents. Okay, scrap that. Give me some more. Give me another boss tent. We're gonna need it apparently. It's no good if my lads don't listen to me. All right, we're going after those guys to get them northern gits out of my lands. After encampment stance. Karak gets bigger gates.
Nasty magic.
We are going to march up to Karak Anskahar. And I guess pop squat, so to speak. And then I am going to resume my war against the Stunties. Ooh, big war. Let's give this to... Close. No, I didn't bring any siege equipment. Oops. I have to fix that. I'm taking attrition damage? Oh, it's because I got too low of fightiness. That's fine. I'll take a little bit of attrition, but then our fightiness will be good again. I could bash the boys around a bit, but I think that would cause more damage than just one round of attrition does. Alright, and then WAAAGH needs 3 more turns.
Kill everything.
But yeah, really enjoying all the new. I think the thing, funny enough, I'm most excited for from the Beastman map or Beastman patch is the new maps. So many good looking new maps. We're getting river battles. We're getting subterranean forest maps. We're getting like deep forest maps with the beast paths. And ambushes are actually going to be something that happens on a regular basis, which is really cool. Alright, so you're just going to keep raiding. Can I kill this guy? Not likely. I'm just going to march my way. You, I want... Really? I made you a battle character? Actually, can you join this guy's horde? Sure you can. Why don't we drop... yeah, let's drop one air... Actually, no, let's drop one orc boy unit, because my orc boys are all pretty slow. Wow, I've got, like, no melee units in this army. And let's join up Sorcerer.
Now they'll see.
And you, I want to send into a raiding stance. Did you lose your wall? So I don't... Oh, wait, no, there it is. It's right underneath me. I was like, oh, man, that was quick. Alright, 2 more turns. Okay, they moved right next to me like a bunch of dinguses. So we's gonna bash them. Because they're just Northlands. And then we's gonna eat them. Another thing I like about Beastmen is that it looks like they're a horde army that specializes in, they're a horde army that specializes in replenishment. Due to the Dark Moon events, or the Chaos Moon events, rather. The fact that they have the Devour Captives ability after combat, which regular Chaos does not have. And just the combination of all those things, I think, really sets the stage for a really phenomenal army. Alright, I want Itchy Nuisance, which is a great spell. And this guy is going to attack Karak Azul, which does not have a high-level garrison. That is not good. I'm probably going to lose Karak Azul, so I will have to send over that army to reclaim it once it falls. Alright, so I'm going to take this, which is going to get my fightiness out of the gutter. And we're going to occupy. Troll herder. Let's get you some better equipment. Berserker Sword, Obsidian Lodestone, and Potion of Strength. And then I can't afford a Wyvern yet. Wow, they get Wyverns at rank 15? That is crazy low. Really cool, though. Alright. So, Lightning Strike is crucial to have, in my opinion, and then we'll take Blade Master, so we can start kitting you out to be a good fighter. This is going to take me back out of Unruly, right? Unruly is below 40, and I've got a change of 6, so yeah, I should be fine. Alright, and then we're going to build a... I'll start with this. Alright, outside of that... yeah, not much left to do. Aztec's almost ready to go back on the move.
What can I do for them?
What do the vampire counts want? They want military access? Sure. I forgot we were friends with the vampire counts. Good friends to have. Though I'm sure when the Age of Peace strikes, they're probably going to go back to being our enemies. But, yeah. We'll make it last for as long as we can. Alrighty. We got another WAAAGH. Lovely. Man, fuck allergies. They're just the worst. Be nice when winter rolls around. Let's see. So this guy's back, which is fine. Oh, I got a wall on this guy. That's cool. So we're gonna run down and attack this guy. Got him, and I get the garrison to help me out. And we will ransom. It's probably gonna get away from me. But we'll try. And then I will send his WAAAGH. I don't think they'll make it in time, but we'll try. I'm going to send his WAAAGH to deal with these guys. And they're not really a threat to me. I've got one more turn till I can move. Yeah, and you're going to be healing for probably maybe a turn or two. Let's move you out to about... let's give you one more turn to heal. Then we'll underway to about here. Then we'll underway across to our peak. Non-aggression pact, sure. I'm okay associating myself with leeches. One thing I kind of wish they'd make a little bit better about WAAAGH is that he gets a diplomatic bonus to dealing with vampires because of the Crown of the Gash, but it only gives you like plus 10. I wish it was more like plus 20. Because plus 10 is like a drop in the bucket. We want tribute. We need our boys to obey. No good to me if they're not following orders. Alright, so we will underway stance.
Yes.
Got there. And then WAAAGH is ready to fight. So I'm going to step out. And then I'm going to click there. Teleport. Yes. And here we go. The Battle of Butcher's Hill. Yeah, but this is indeed the place where, or this battle is a recreation of the event where WAAAGH earned his epitaph of the Slaughterer. And good for them, they get a steam tank, but I've got a giant, and giants beat steam tanks most of the time. Quest rewards, Slagga Slashes. Except for it's not. I actually do not get Slagga Slashes from this quest because I still have to fight Slagga. Oh, speech.
At last, a chance to try a full outflanking maneuver. A grand strategy wasted on the fleeing humans and these brainless greenskin creatures. Shut it, Isla. I don't need your pouncing tactics. Listen up, boys. They started calling me the Slaughterer. I like that name. Let's not disappoint them. I said shut up. We'll go south later. I got some business here first.
Nice short speech. I like that it's kind of designed so that you're supposed to go get WAAAGH's crown, which does all the whispering and all that other stuff to you, and then when you come back later, it changes. Alright, so we're definitely going to let our Doom Divers do most of the work. I will send around my cavalry from the back to do some disruption while my main forces advance up the hill. We're not going to worry about engaging that force with really any of our infantry. That's going to be mainly for our monsters to deal with. That's a good job for them. we will send them that way. Then these two will run kind of to their front line. Yeah, we're not going to group them. Alright. I will group these guys. So, let's get this party started. We do want to be very careful how we engage. I'm hoping he's going to come off the hill after us so that I can rear charge him. We're going to send our big scary things out that way. Doom divers, focus down the great swords until we're close. WAAAGH, we're gonna wait until we get pretty close, and then we're gonna go for a disruption with the purple sun. This purple sun is a great way to interrupt an enemy charge and prevent it from having any effectiveness whatsoever. Cast, here we go! Alright, unleash the spider riders. Retarget them with the archers. A tankety tank. Alright, we will fire this off on their Heaven's Wizard to cancel some of his magic. I'm going to pop off a Soul Blight on their main army. Air Boys line up about there. What else is out here? Mortars. Alright. Send in the monsters. Steam tank. Let's unleash some terror, shall we? I'm gonna bring the giant around on the steam tank. Alright, so we dealt with this. So now we're gonna do some rear charges. Make sure we're catching these fleeing units with our spider riders so that they don't come back. Get Orcbane to be... Your name's Orcbane, huh? I steal you like a spirit leech for your troubles. Ooh, steam tank's already here. Run away. Giant, I need you up here. Alright, and the Ragnarok is unleashing hell over here, which is fantastic. Come on, get him. He's stuck in a mortar. And then charge animation. Weird. Alright, fire off another Spirit Leech on Orcbane. Keep those Doom Divers attacking people. The steam tank has showed up about there. We want to run away from him. Pull back. Pull back everything. We've mass broke their army. We want to get the giant on the steam tank because he'll just wreck it. Hold fire. Fire off the Spirit Leech. Hope it does anything. Actually, wait, no. I changed my mind. I've got a better idea. Here's my orc shaman, please. Alright, the giant's coming up behind him. I need to get up here so I can throw off Fist of Gork, which is a hilariously good spell. Spider Riders, go. I'll get a little closer to the big guy. Fist of Gork. Alright, send in the chaff. Send in our shitty melee units to hold them up. Run away. Ow. One thing I hate about steam tanks is that they are way too damn fast. That spell, man, that spell needs to last way longer. Alright, yeah, giants win this engagement easy though. If he would stop running away from me. How long does this last? 21 seconds? Alright, we finished off everything over there. Send in my archers. Giant, stay on him. You run away. Trying to fake him out. Here, I'm going to Fist of Gork for your troubles. And you got knocked over. Great. That was a frustrating war machine. Alright, so we're just going to speed things up, because when my guys inevitably catch him, they're going to kill him. It's just an annoying matter of catching him. Getting him to hold still. Steam tanks really aren't that crazy tough if you can get them focused down. I love the poison effect steam tanks. Yeah, we got him locked down now. Between the Ragnarok and the giant, he's gonna blow up. Boom! Alright. Another victory! We've already been going for about an hour, but I think we're just gonna kind of keep going. I think we're actually gonna go 2 hours this time, just because it's been such a long time. Steppenwolf, the engineer, went kaboom. Doom Divers did extremely well. So did my Spider Riders. Alright, so we're going to eat them. So that I can move on faster. Steam Tank might give us a little indigestion, but we'll be alright. Alright. Whilst raiding their way southwards, WAAAGH's boys are merciless as they ravage and plunder the land. Many of them continue to note marked changes in WAAAGH. He uses unorcish words, goes into trances, mumbles to himself constantly, and often tries to explain orders instead of simply cracking skulls and bellowing. But again, the hordes forgive such peculiarities as the victories and loot stack up, all in the name of the Slaughterer. So it's probably going to take me about 1 turn to get a notable amount of healing. Skull Muncher! Thank God. Alright, and then also give me... I hate Diviner. Ugh. Alright, might as well take it, just because I built up that tree. WAAAGH's pet wyvern is called Skull Muncher, a gift from the Night Goblins of the Red Eye Mountains. The wyvern was fierce, but WAAAGH immediately calmed the beast with one of his best glares. The two have been inseparable ever since. Still a better love story than Twilight. Alright, so we're going to heal up for a little bit. Probably just 2 turns, and then we're going to head out back to battle. Okay. Other than that, we're doing pretty good. I'm still chasing after this guy. And my WAAAGH should be making their way towards Karakazul even now. You should be ready to march. No, you moved. Okay. Gorgut Gorespitter. Who the hell's this? Oh, it's you. Okay, so let's put you on a war boar. And then I already got lightning strike. I wouldn't mind mob boss, so I could work up to WAAAGH. Especially since, yeah, it's such a big mob. If we can get like a 50 or a 9% reduction in cost on our horde, then we're gonna be in a really good place. All right. You're attacking the Bjornling. Oh, thanks to the top knots. Good job, top knots. We caught him. And we will, let's slaughter him. Now I'm going to make my way for... Okay, so that's the end of the invasion in the south. And so that's it. Like, that's the Chaos Invasion for the south. The Bjornling are dead. It's over. Alright, is it faster to do underway or march? March. We're going to go take Gorgazan so that I can get Savage Orcs. Because I really like Savage Orcs, especially Savage Orc Boar Boy Biggins. God, that is a mouthful. Alright, let's take Looter. Alright, my wall is still heading in this direction. I've got a Goblin Big Boss that's not doing anything. So we will send him... Pia. Ackendorf is probably miserable, but that's okay because I don't care about them. Upgrade these settlements. I'm not too worried about my Grimfang Deloney, so I think we're going to go ahead and head out. Get on the move. It's Skullmuncha! I absolutely adore Skullmuncha. I really think WAAAGH should get Skullmuncha at like level 15. CA seems to have this weird aversion to thinking that like flying casters are just going to absolutely break the game. The campaign, I mean. I really disagree with that. Just because, especially since the computer is so like dead set on running really large horde armies. Or not, that's not what I meant to say. The computer's really dead set on running like really heavy ranged armies. I think flying casters actually tend to be much more of a downside. Military Alliance? Yeah, sure. A schemer and an opportunist. It's a very fitting name. And they burn Zupbar to the ground, so that's a fight I don't have to do. I can just take it. We're making a good relationship with the undead. Nagash is guiding us and WAAAGH to put those leeches in their proper place beneath our heel. Wad stumpies. Alright, so let's take Grand Peak. Which will give us another entire province under our belt. Okay. Grand Peak is ours, and we're gonna start a Camp Ruckus to keep everyone under control. Because they need to remember who's boss here. And we're probably gonna march north. I'll probably have somebody else take this area, seeing as it looks like the vampire counts are gonna burn it out. I would rather go take down Karakadrin. We might send Gorgut Gorespitter to take it out. Gorespitter. I think that's actually an allusion to Beastman, which is pretty cool. It's a very good name. Because I think what we're going to have to do is WAAAGH is going to be wandering again to go get all of his quest battles and starting to take the Empire to task. I think we'll have this guy finish wiping out the border princes and then go take the rest of the World's Edge Mountains. We will send Vorgaz to go take Karakadrin's area. And then this guy, Kraka Bone Crusher, Crusher is going to be primarily responsible for making sure we don't have any huge problems in the south. Alright, so he's going to need a little bit to heal. That WAAAGH army is well on its way. Karakazul is not under siege? No, it is under siege. What kind of army is this?
For a scrap.
A good one. Though if they attack me, I'll probably be able to stop them at the walls. But this WAAAGH army is probably about 1, 2, 3 turns away, so hopefully they can hold out a bit longer. So yeah, we'll put this goblin in charge of these mountains, this orc in charge of claiming this area, and then he'll probably head further west. And WAAAGH's just going to go wherever the hell WAAAGH pleases. Alright, so I think we can march for a little bit more speed. And we're going to march straight for the moot. And I dare anyone to try and stop me. Including you, Kolek. Oh yeah, I can issue a commandment here because I own this area. Camp Ruckus. Always good to have a Camp Ruckus. Except for here I don't need a Camp Ruckus because we've got good obedience. So let's do brag about the boss. Let's do give it ear. Same thing at Karak. Give it ear! So that's going to increase our income by quite a bit, which is ideal. You're already done moving, right? Yeah, okay. So WAAAGH might get in a fight with Kolek, but if he does, it's not a big deal. I can handle a Sun Eater. Especially with my wall behind me. Because honestly, when you play Greenskins or Dwarves, the Warriors of Chaos are not a big deal. Unless the Empire and the Vampire Counts just get absolutely stomped by them. But right now they look like they're doing okay, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to continue on my war path, and if the Chaos gets in the way, then I will deal with them then. Okay, so Karakazul is going to burn, unfortunately. Actually, I should have fought that. I don't know why I didn't fight that, but whatever. I don't really care. Over-gyrating Shaman. Skunk Spear Chukka. Nobody cares about him. Alright. My WAAAGH army needs to keep making its way for Karakazul. I think they can take it out, but we'll see. If not, I'll send Gorgrut to get it. Which means it's time to finish off Akendorf and get on my merry way. I think I'll sack it this turn and then raise it next turn. Just because that's a proper orky thing to do. We like to make the most of our investments. Alright, so I'm going to underway into the moot. So that I can raid it next turn, which will advance my quest line. And Karakadran's getting handsy. I do not think those will be able to break Gunbad, but they are welcome to try. I'm going north anyway. And once we've got the that little area down south under control, I'll march that Goblin Shaman to go reclaim Karakazul, I think. We'll see what Kolek does. Underway interception. Okay, you're dead. Eat him. Free healing. Migdal Vongelbrack. Okay. Don't really appreciate that. Border Princes, but... Oh, and he raised it. What a jerk. Alright, well, I was gonna not bother with him too much, but now they've pissed me off. Oh god, too much stuff. Alright. So you're level 11. Let's get you 2 points in Mob Boss. And then I want you to raise Akendorf. Border princes want to fight, we'll fight. Alright. And we're just going to do a rain stance.
Don't think so.
Fergal the Durable needs to be caught and killed. I'm going to be chasing him around for a bit, unfortunately. Okay, so I will take Scarred Veteran so I can be really tanky. And you will take... Oh, no. Ambusher. Really, really awesome ability, because then you can have him lead a group of Wolf Riders and cause all sorts of havoc. And we finished Norma's loot chart, which is fantastic. So let's get Troll Sinew so I can work up my way to Beast Armor and Strap-on Gear, because those two make Greenskins really tough. I mean, really tough. These guys are almost to Karakazul. Kind of weird that it stayed as a... kind of wish that it showed up as the Night Goblins of the Crooked Moon. Would have been interesting to see them again. Alright, so we need... I want Savator Gathering. That's what I want. Alright, and then yada yada yada.
Now's the time.
Another thing I'm excited for with the Beastmen is that you can actually ally up with the Warriors of Chaos Invasion. It's not just an event where you're powerless to make any decisions. You just have to sort of survive it. I'm glad with the Beastmen you can actually decide to do something. They want a peace treaty? No. No. We don't make peace with stunties. We stomp stunties. Alright. WAAAGH's path takes him to into the Badlands, but while the Crown pressures the Orc to continue his southern route, his iron will reasserts itself. He cannot resist opportunities to raid or confront forces raised against him, and so his army zigzags along its journey, heading south when the Crown holds dominance, but frequently detouring when WAAAGH regains control. He does, however, once again send a scout south, seemingly at the Crown's behest. Move any character to Agdu Migdal, which is around here somewhere. There it is. So, I think I can actually make it there if I march. Yep. Nope, that still counts as Galbaraz. Dang it. I'll make my way there anyway. And my army should be laying siege here next turn. And we're gonna go after Grinstead. Cleverly, of course. And we can ambush. What's his face is going through? Alright, I got what I needed. I don't really need to be at war with the Empire right now. But I can burn Everheim since I have some time. I will wait for my army. Because I want to enjoy killing you. Looks like everything up here is a mess. Baranor the Manslayer with your pitifully small army. And aren't you just ferocious? Let's see. And then we're gonna send our big boss through the pass. And then up here. What is this? Zamnil Hasselfreisen. Okay. You're not really a threat to me until you wage war. I think I'm gonna go after these guys. Because this is Fergal Redmane, I believe. No, it's Fergal the Durable, which probably is the same person. He just has a different name. Alright, so this is my Shaman. Let's give him a Giant Wolf to ride on, so he's a little bit more maneuverable. Settlement with no equipment. Okay, fine. Here. I will build a battering ram to make you feel happy, game. Actually, I've got Doom Divers. I don't really need a battering ram. I'll just build some siege slash. I don't intend on staying here long enough to build a siege tower, but whatever. And there's Sarthoriel the Everwatcher. The big ugly bird brain himself. One of 2 greater demons of Zinch in this game, because I did not know, but if you actually play through Archaon's quest line, I won't tell you what item it is, so you can discover it for yourself, but one of his items, the final quest, has a greater demon of Zinch as the final boss, and it's a really fun fight. Alright, I don't need money. Get stomped. That's all I have to say on the matter. Oh, I didn't level up this guy, did I? Okay. Arcane Conduit. Yes, thank you. There, now I can finally make some magic. Okay.
Yes, boss.
Oh. Is the Border Princess dead? Yay! Screw you, Border Princess. You jerks.
Stab! What you want?
Nicely done. Why don't you take Misdirector? Well, I was gonna go north, but now there's no need to. So this guy's gonna take over this mountains, but I want this guy to fight. Let's go after Oakenhammer. That'll be worth our time. Meanwhile, you need to cross into Agru Migdol, which begins where? Somewhere in this ballpark. Alright. In the southern Badlands, the primitive Savage Orcs gather to hinder WAAAGH's horde. The Slaughterer needs to dominate these tribes, so forces the Savage Orcs, led by some git named Slagga, to acknowledge him. And that will give us Slagga Slashes, which are very, very good. Alright, head back to Gorkazan. Need to get that bugger of a place under control. Alright, in WAAAGH, we will want to march south towards Kedak here, and so he's somewhere safe to heal up. Alright.
The tribe's ready.
And you, I want to go ahead and underway towards Migdol Vongolbarak to restore it. Actually, on second thought, I'm going to move you back, because it'll be better to take that last spot and then come back up here. I find it amusing that me and Chaos are kind of like pointedly avoiding each other because we don't give a shit about one another. I'm too interested in beating the crap out of people who've gotten in my way so far, and he looks like he's just trying to survive against the Empire. Seems to be a pretty dominant force so far. Another Chaos Horde. Oh joy. Obedience. War Fervor. Let's do War Fervor. Keep them sweet. Alright, so it's probably faster to march. Yeah. So we're going to march back towards Karakaren as quickly as we can. Because I got work to do. Okay, I changed my mind. I want you to move. Okay, I can't. Move back down there to take that out. You, I want to march, not march, but move very slowly towards Oakenhammer. And then you, I don't know where he went. Whatever. Alright, I'm going to move to as far past Grand Peak as I can. About there. So that we can go after this guy. Who's in my lands and I don't appreciate it. Really am coming to enjoy the Greenskins though. I've played a ton of Vampire Count, Dwarf, and Chaos campaigns. So I'm finally getting around to playing a lot of Greenskin campaigns and really enjoying my playthroughs. No peace treaty. Only stomp treaties. The only other race that I haven't really played a bunch would be Empire. I've only beaten one very hard campaign with them, and then I was like, alright, I'm done. But I think with the Beast Wizards, they're going to be a much more attractive option. And not only that, I mean, I think when I say that, I also mean that it's going to be really nice when they actually have, like, Beastmen about, so it's not just you versus other Empire factions. Oh look, my WAAAGH successfully reclaimed Karakazul. Good job, guys. Demolish that, because we're going to build a boss den. Because that place needs to get the hell under control. Alright, so we... WAAAGH Spitebacker are going to declare war. Which everybody hates. Awesome. And they're friends with the Empire, so that's fine. I hate the Umis anyway. Ooh. Let's loot and occupy. Loot and occupy is a perfectly viable option many, many times. Okay, let's build... I'm not going to be here for a bit once I take it, because I have to go restore Migdal, which is annoying. Alright, so I'm going to normal move, because if I normal move, then I can still go do my quest battle. So let's go get those slashes, shall we? Alright. Slagga and his boys. Let's do this. These orcs may be savages, but they have yet to face the Slaughterer. Those on the hill are a formidable force, but will not be the only enemies in the forthcoming battle. WAAAGH must be wary of the flanks, for this is where the savages will surely strike once the hill attack begins. Time for a good old speech as well.
These savages are getting in my way. They're led by some git called Slagga. I want his head. Shut up, crowd. This is not a waste of time. We kill who I say we kill. The plan's simple. I want a full pincer movement. Attacking from the east and west flanks at the same time will increase our chances of success. What? Sonny Deadblow taking up my words again. Get your choppers out, lads. It's time to move. Yeah, if you want to do that flanking maneuver once it, we probably should, because I've got a feeling it might work.
You know, there's one thing this game really did well. All of the character speeches are not only phenomenally written, but phenomenally voice acted as well. Like, I just love that WAAAGH's like, what? No, I'm not doing what you tell me. And then at the end he's like, well, okay, maybe we should do it. I'm not saying it's going to work, but it doesn't sound like a horrible idea. Alright, we like to put these guys in the back. What's the speed difference between these? 29, 31, not much. Then put our orc air boys together. We want them further back, because they're probably going to have to deal with this brunt of the savage orcs. War boys. Air boys. Or air goblins. And then our spider riders, who we're going to use to spy out. Their goal is actually, as my vanguard, to try and find the enemy orcs before they get to us. And when they see them, to harass them. So I'm going to sort of deploy them pretty far and wide. I want to know when the enemy's coming and where he's coming from. And we're going to put all three of them on skirmish mode. Then these two, we'll put the spider on this flank, giant on this flank. Do they have any siege over here? I don't believe they do, so we've got a pretty big advantage. Yeah, we do. So, alright, let's start battle and send in the Doom Divers. Mess them up. Alright, so Alright, there's our savage orcs. So let's bring all the spiders out this way. And we're going to move up our melee force to about here. And then our archer force behind it. I'm going to leave the Ragnarok, which is not anti-large, but like pretty good against it, to deal with the boys. And I'm going to move the giant forward as well, along with my orc shaman. And WAAAGH is going to go deal with these boys on Skullmucha. This is our first time we're actually going to be using Skullmucha live, isn't it? I actually really love Skullmucha. Skullmucha is the only wyvern in tabletop proper who's actually any good. Oh, we need to run away. I forgot that only the archers have skirmish. Run away! Run away! Okay, we've got him outnumbered. Recharge! As I get over here. Alright, and our Doom Divers will be in range of those guys pretty soon. Alright. Spider Riders are holding them in place, which is good on them. I don't think I'm going to make it in time. Oh. And boom! Leadership buff. Nicely done, lads. Now here, let me turn it into your favor. Alright, so those spiders now cause terror. And the other guys are being fated Bunad, so they're going to get torn apart. And I'm just going to fly down here and attack stuff. Turn fire at will off. See, you can't even tell the Ragnarok to melee, so he's going to shoot no matter what you want. Alright, and I'm just going to swoop down on these guys. Hello. The Ragnarok's going to slam into those guys. Alright, I want you guys to just shoot at whatever's closest. Guys, get off the savage things, please. Or the goblin archers, move up. Orc archers, move up. WAAAGH, pop off another fated Bunad, please. Spider riders, get over here. I'm missing an orc unit. Where'd they go? Oh, they're there. Alright, they're not quite to me yet. Alright, charge! I got a giant. Here we go. Alright, Ragnarok, stay on them. Spiders, stay on them. I got shit to do. That's gonna hurt. Get some Gork on my giant. Let's fire off an headbutt right about here. This will be good. Boom! Right, I'm gonna pull him back to fight with these guys. Oh, that canceled my magic. Durr. It's too expensive. Alright. Hello, boys! I need a touch more. Alright, y'all got this under control. Air boys, reform. deal with. Black Orcs. All error, boys, on the giant. I'm gonna pull Aztec away from this thing before he gets the shit kicked out of him. Hello, Slagga. I hear you've been talking shit about me. Down goes the giant. Alright. And that's it. You think I'm gonna let you get away? I think not. Are you talking shit about me? Chomp. Nom. Alright. Slagga's slashes are ours, and we took pretty minimal casualties. One of our units of Biggins got a little messed up, but what are you gonna do? Problem with Biggins is they're not shielded, so I mean they're kind of just a good damage dealing unit, but that's really all they're good for. Let's take unit replenishment. And now I teleport back north. Oh, cool. That also advanced Aztec's art armor. As Aztec's mob picks over the corpse-strewn scene of their latest victory, the shaman suddenly goes rigid. His eyes bulging and glassy, enters another trance. In a dreamy voice, he says that Gork and Mork are pleased that Aztec has stopped mucking about and got stuck in fighting. They'll overlook his wearing of the Umi Necromancer's crown for now. The shaman declares that Aztec just needs one more final bloodbath, one more bout of carnage, and the Great Green will enter his armor and make it properly ard. The crown whispers something about the south, someplace in Bretonia. Aztec orders one of Delaz to take a look-see. And we now have Slagga Slashes, which are absolutely fantastic. Alright. Where's that goblin big boss? There he is. You are going to go visit Carcassonne.
Me.
Alright. No, we didn't actually lose any units. That's really good. Alright. So, let's get a point Woundmaker so I can get WAAAGH for that plus 58 attack. And then we're probably going to put most of the remaining points into... unfortunately, the last time I played this, I was playing it without mods, so I don't have a lot of the mods I really like to use. Including the, like, double the more skill points mod, which is now working on this one. It's just not as good as it could have been, unfortunately. Alright, so we're going to move a little bit closer to Oakenhammer. Go back into encampment. And then up here, I'm going to port my butt over right outside of Mount Gumbad and remind this stunty who's in charge here. Yeah, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. Alright, these guys are probably going to be leaving Carcassonne soon. You deploy. Keep things under control over there. And Gorgazan, it's going to take a little while for it's under control, but I'm losing my fightiness though. So, give me 1 sec, everyone. Sorry about that. But, let's see. So I guess Gorgazan should stabilize pretty easily. If it turns into a huge problem, we can always come back. I might end up building a small army down there to deal with it. But, yeah. Alright, so he's going to heal up for a few turns, and then once he's ready, well, hopefully we'll have the next battle ready. I doubt we will, but we're going to try. Alright. The Desolation of Nagash. Alright. Camp Ruckus, please. We might try and confederate with the Top Knots, but until the Warriors of Chaos are dead, I think I prefer just letting them run amok, doing their own stuff. Because now that I have access to Savage Orcs through Gore Gazan, I really don't feel the need to conquer everything else. Well, you're dead. Good try, though, I guess. Well, he buried him in boulders before he even made it to the battle line. Desolation of Nagash is already revolting against me again. Ugh. I have to tell my WAAAGH army to turn right around. Alright, I want you to head for the mountains of the south.
On the way. Yeah, on it.
Gogret leveled up again. Just fantastic news. He's got everything I want. Wall path, and then give me Blade Master. See, your army is primarily low tier units. Okay. Just milking them for all the money they're worth. Alright, you need at least one more turn to heal. Where's my big loss? There he is. Yep, you just keep hauling butt for Carcassonne. And then up in the north. He's trying to run away from us, but we're going to cut him off. Good old Karakadrin. Rom Peak does not have enough of a defense to hold out against that. Doing mental math. I might be able to win this. We've got the numbers. The only reason I'm slightly doubtful is because of Fergal himself. If we can kill him fast enough, we should be alright, honestly. Because my Wolf Riders are going to be able to tear the Quarrelers apart. If we can take them out early enough, we should be just fine. I think we're going to put the archers out in front with the command to fall back. I'll put the goblins off to the side so that they can hopefully get a rear charge. Yeah, but if we pour everything we have into Fergal, we might be able to take him out. And if Fergal dies, they'll take a pretty serious leadership debuff, which is going to hurt them quite badly. What's our range? Okay. Let's go ahead and start bringing the wolf riders around. Move the goblins up a little further. Alright, let's engage. Unleash the wolf riders. Alright, so that's gonna block our shots, I believe. To his size. So we're gonna send as many of our archers as we can around the sides. Oops. Yeah, get in there. No, keep moving. Oh, they got skirmish on. I was like, what are they doing? Go ahead and turn that off. Alright. Let them have it. Go back here. Back. Good job, goblins. Pull off, pull off. Pursue. Get in there. Deal with this unit. guys. Shattered. Okay, go over here. Forwards. Just use the goblins so I can hold Fergal in place until we can kill him. Oh, my wolf riders get over here. Alright. Goblins pull off. Don't kill this guy. All ranged units focused on Fergal. Wolf riders pull over here because Fergal needs to. We have to make absolutely certain Fergal dies. So we'll just let them keep shooting him until they get range. Shoot, 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 shoot. And charge with the wolf riders. Clear all those off. Should be able to kill him. Well, that went well. Dwarves may be tough, but they're not tough enough to deal with being shot in the back by archers constantly. Good. That means I don't have to go reclaim Grom Peak, which is nice. What in the world's going on here? Doop, doop, doop. Alright, there we go. Really good kills on all the archers. Really good kills with the wolf riders. Even the goblins did exceptionally well. Of course, our general Garsnag Bone Crushers unit did fantastic. Alright, and we're just gonna eat them. Look at that, we killed them so bad there were none left. I probably should have actually fought that. Oh well. Oh well. Kind of more at the point where we're just trying to get to a good part. Nope, no peace treaty. Yeah, I killed that unit so bad with my garrison that there's no army left. Which is fantastic news. Means I don't need to send anybody over there. Alright, so I'm going to fall back to Mount Gumbad. Try and get it under control a bit. And you are going to make your way. God, I still can't make it there. You know, we're just going to underway. Right outside the Oakenhammer. So I can burn that to the ground. Okay, and then you're level 10 now. So you get 2 skill points from now on. So let's put 2 points into Looter. And then I want to underway towards Migdal von Galbrak. You are still healing up a bit. It's really just this unit. Let's go ahead and just kick him. I can get a Savage Work unit instead. Which I actually prefer because they have physical resistance that I really like. Alright, and we are sailing for Zarak Zil. And has this place rebelled against me? It has. Awesome. So we will tell the WAAAGH to go kill it. I will have my shaman assault. Let's assault the archers. Didn't quite pan out, but I did grow a level, so I will get Prime Mover. I actually like Golem magic more than I like Orc magic, but meh. Big problem with Orc magic is that they don't have any debuff spells. All they have are buffs and pretty much it. I have a lot of disruption spells, but disruption spells are kind of meh right now, because a lot of people are like, hey, that's cool that Brain Bursta, like, sends people flying everywhere, but it'd be more cool if it did damage, you know? Because I think if you're going to have spells, like, cost a pretty good amount, like most of them do, especially Foot of Gork should do cataclysmic amounts of damage. Especially with how long the cast time is and how long the effect is, it's actually a fairly easy spell to get out of the way of if you're paying attention. That spell needs to be like its tabletop version, where when somebody casts it, you're like, oh shit. Because you know you're having something that's about to get blown up. Alright. Oh, I'm being raided by my own wall. Of course I am. Alright, I've got one more turn until I'm able to... Turn until I'm able to mobilize. Thank goodness. Please get a boss hat going here. Get to level 2. We're going to keep making our way for Zarak Zil, which is under siege by Tilia. Interesting. Tut. My WAAAGH going for these guys. See if I can assault some archers. Answer is no. And we want this. Actually, wait. I changed my mind. I did not want that there. Growth is not that important to me, honestly. Alright. You finished moving. So I want you to go into Migdal and get it under control.
This magic is real.
This magic is real. Start the growth. I have arrived at Oakenhammer. And, oh look, we've even got vampire help. If it weren't for the fact that he has no army, ah man, I wish he had had like a full 20 stack with a good garrison. That would have been a really fun fight. But alas. Alright, we're going to occupy it. So that I can take over this entire region. 2 points. I got everything I want from there. We've got pretty basic troops, so we're going to put 2 points in Dubois. And then Mount Gumbad is stabilized, but that's about it. Oh, but I'm going to be able to build a boss camp next turn. So I'm not too worried about staying. I'll stay one more turn for healing purposes, and then we're going to march north. One thing I want to check real quick is I like going for Steam achievements, and Greenskins are actually the only one I need. So let me just double check what it is I need to do. So I need to have a rating income of 8,000, which will not be easy to do. Construct at least 20 Dahords, 10 boss camps, occupy the northern holds, raise Altdorf, and that's pretty much it. And then the infamous Jack of all trades, master of some Steam achievement, which is very, very difficult to get work. Alright, I think a boss camp, yeah, is the one you have to build in the capital of each area, which I have quite a few of them. Carrick 8 Peaks does not have one, but it's certainly going to get one. Also requires you to have a lot of Dahords. Okay. WAAAGH, you're still recruiting till next turn. Kulak's in my way, I think I'll go bash him. And as long as he doesn't get assassinated by some character, he should be reaching Carcassonne within a turn or two. So close to WAAAGH's hard armor. Once WAAAGH's fully built, life will be good. Peace treaty. Nope. I don't give dwarves peace. I stomp them. The only person I'm willing to make peace with is probably, like, Chaos. But Chaos doesn't want peace because they're Chaos. Everybody else I'm going to stomp. Because the world is green. Oh god, I'm so close. So close. There it is. One more turn. I think we'll go until WAAAGH's Art Armor, and then we're probably going to have to call it for the day. Alright, so let's move to about there. Oh, too far. Well, hello.
Don't think so.
Where are you going? I wonder. Alright, WAAAGH. We're gonna go after Kolek.
Time for them to die.
Yeah, we'll fight this. This'll be a good one. Ugh. Stretch all. Crack my knuckles and stretch. Battle of Kerakirn. He's actually got quite a few chariots, which are not bad against Greenskins, and he's got a lot of chosen. Good mix of them too. A lot of halberds, so I'm gonna have to be really careful with my Ragnarok and my giant against those. And of course, Kolek Sun Eater, which I believe he has Star Crusher already. That would definitely need a gamble. And it's a nice, good map. Alright, so Doom Diver, we're going to set up defensively because WAAAGH's a smart boss, and I want to be able to just pelt the crap out of him. Then we want to start close enough that I can start firing immediately. That way he has to attack me, not the other way around. A little bit closer. Okay, that's good enough. Alright, and then we're going to set up pretty defensively around. We're just going to set up our Black Orc line. And then we're going to put our Biggins and my Savage Orcs to defend back. And then we want our Orc Error Boys right in front of the Doom Divers. And then we want our Goblins right behind those groups. And then my Spider Riders we're going to use to harass their chariots and their Marauder Horsemen. And the Ragnarok will take this far flank, and the Giant will take the closer flank. We want to put our Orc War Boss back here, and then WAAAGH is of course going to lead the army. And do some harassment with some magic. Alright, so you guys go ahead and get moving. Spider Riders, I believe, are fast. No, Spider Riders are actually really slow. They just have Forest Strider, which is nice, but we're just going to mess up these chariots as fast as we can. Because he's not going to be able to do much against this many spiders. Alright, and we are firing. Definitely want to make sure that we're aiming for the Chosen with halberds. Because they are a problem-causing unit. So why don't you aim at those guys? Alright, and I'm going to get flying. So I can start harassing, especially Kolek. I need to change out my arcane items. Scroll bleaching is really shitty. Try not to get hit by my own Doom Divers. I'm going to save most of my magic for buffs. I don't think damage spells are really worth it in this capacity. Alright, we're slow. Okay, I'm going to send this unit of Spider Riders to go after those Wolf Riders, or to get these guys out of the way. They're a lot faster than I am, so they're going to be able to break away. I might be able to catch them in the forest, but that'd be about it. But I will gladly take a chariot out of the mix. Alright, we're going to move these guys to either side to protect us from chariots. I'm going to have the Arrow Boys focus down any horsemen that get too close, because they are super annoying. Turn off fire at will on the Ragnarok. And let's send them in. Alright. Everybody charge. Archers. Shoot Kolek. Giant. Get in there. WAAAGH's gonna go for Kolek. And I'm gonna wait till I'm over most of my army, and then we're gonna whoa! Alright, we're gonna Soul Blight on Kolek to reduce all of his stats. And then my War Boss is going to Here We Go on the Giant, so he's big and scary. Wait, Here We Go. Oh, shit. Fist of Gork on WAAAGH. Error Boys. Archers. WAAAGH, after him. Spider's making a mess. Stay on him. Stay on him. Get in on these chariots. Make absolutely sure that he goes down. Pretty sure he's dead from the spell. Boom! Got him. Alright, now I return to the fray. Spider's doing okay. His morale's a little low for my taste, so let's do that. This looks like a good place for me to enter. Hello, boys. Missed him. I didn't miss him that time. Alright, back up. Alright, we've broken this room over here. Let me get up. Up, 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 up. I want you to come down right into this batch. Boom! Let's pop off the Soul Blight. Spider Riders, run them down. Run them down, lads, run them down. Chosen are slow as dirt. Let's make sure they don't come back. Mow them down, mow them down. Archers, y'all can just hang back. You're gonna end up doing more collateral damage anyway. So. Alright, and now we just kill everything we can. I don't really see a giant unit of marauders. Or, not marauders, should be safe. Kaboom! And dead. Alright. Then kick Kolek back into the Stone Ages for a bit. Got all of his halberds, which is good. Because those are very problematic units. Really good kills on some of the Black Orcs. Doom Divers did well, Ragnarok did well. WAAAGH did pretty decent. Yeah, get out of my mountains, jerks. 25. Alright, I got WAAAGH. I really want Wound Maker, though. Yeah, let's get Wound Maker, and then we're probably going to put our remaining points into the red tree. You leveled up, so let's put you on a War Boar. Actually, no, I prefer you on foot. I have a mostly on foot army, so let's not mess with that. Alright, and I just want you to head back to Karen, I guess. And then set WAAAGH target. These guys. Set WAAAGH target. These guys. WAAAGH is probably about to have a really bad time, but we're going to try and save it. We're going to try. Do not think we're going to succeed, but God forbid we will try. Alright. I'm going to underway for Zufbar so I can take over this region completely. Mountain Gunbad. He's got Cave of Shinies. Bigger gate. More troops. And I'm pretty much fully healed, so I'm going to march north. Meanwhile, trying to get Gorkazan under control. And Karakazul, we're very close to getting under control. WAAAGH's almost there. That's it done. Adept, Advisor, Adept. Alright. I think that's it. And then next turn we'll be reaching Carcassonne. We will do. Good job, WAAAGH. Good job. We'll do the battle for WAAAGH's hard armor, and then we will call it a day. And this will be a nice long video that everyone can enjoy. Karak Ansgahar is perfectly capable of defending itself, apparently. Still gonna have those WAAAGH armies take it out, so I don't have to worry about it. More shiny things. Boss hat. Shiny things. Now I'm gonna go hide in Karen for a few turns. Just heal up. Tilly, are you gonna do anything with this, or are you just gonna kind of sit here and raid it? Cause I got things I gotta do, man. I'm not here for sightseeing. I'm here to take everything. Everything and then some. Alright. Temporaz. Boss hat. Alright, he'll return to me. You deploy here.
Magics.
I going to move for Karak Kadrin. You come help me. I will take Zufbar. Destroy that. And after I'm healed up here, I'll probably march to go start attacking the Empire at large.
Get going.
About here. Finally. Word has come back from WAAAGH's Sneak Thief Scout. Down in Bretonia, those stupid Umis prance about on their ponies on the brutal mound of Grudsnik. No wonder the gods ain't happy. That's hallowed ground. Go give them a big slap. Alrighty then. You're the boss. So I need probably one turn to heal, and then my army should be strong enough to deal with that. Because I don't need an immense legion, I just need a pretty sizable force. Alrighty. And I am so ready for Texas to not be hot as, like, hell. It is just awful over here. Oh, the Wonder Woman trailer's out. I'll have to watch that after this. Let's see. Rank gained. WAAAGH Tiefrabber. That's my big boss. Oh, that's my combat big boss. Alright, so let's give him another point of fleet, so he's really, really fast. Now we're going to move up to the doors of Karakadren. And see, these guys lost their target. Oh no, they killed him. Okay. So I'll just have them. I'll just have it be told for them to come back to me. Let's make sure all of our affairs are in order, and then we're gonna go get my Ard armor. Yep. Looking good, looking good. Grand Peak needs to level up. Good. Alright, so teleport over here. Tilia's still in my way. I'm probably going to attack him if he doesn't get out of the way.
Oh, get here.
Because I am not patient.
Yes.
Alright. That hill, Grodznik's Mound, is the key, and the Umis are camped on it. But these Umis just like their nags. No doubt they're behind the hill, ready to flank WAAAGH's force. But WAAAGH wasn't born yesterday. He don't know when he was born. He'll need to make sure the Umis and nags don't catch him off guard. Smash the hill base gits before the pincer closes.
Those stupid, flouncy humans think they can trounce all over our sacred ground. That burial mound is Mork's property, not some fishy-smelling lake house. Flippin' hat, stop whispering at me, I know. Come on, lads. We're gonna stamp these gits and send them running back to their pretty towers. I've had my vision from Mork himself. He reckons we do this, it's gonna sort my armor out real good. And I won't have to knock you all about. What's that? Yes, we'll go south afterwards. Let's go. Let's kill some knights.
I like how he says let's kill some knights, but I'm pretty sure you only end up seeing knights on this particular match if you like played on legendary. Otherwise there's very, very few. Alright. So my Doom Divers are already in range. Oh. So we're just gonna set them up to absolutely slam up there. WAAAGH we're gonna go send to take it out, and then the rest of our stuff's just gonna deploy kind of defensively. That way when those yeomen come over here, which are not really that much of a threat, we can just stomp them.
We're the great tide. What you want? What's up? Here we go. Black is the new green.
Black is the new green, huh? And just put arrow boys facing in every direction. That way we can shoot all the things. Actually, hide these guys in this forest. That way they can spring out and attack if somebody gets too close. Alright.
Let's do this.
Doom divers. Open fire. Don't mind me, come through.
Honor and glory!
The slaughterer!
Easy peasy. Alright, I think that's enough content for one video. As we kick off our WAAAGH campaign again and get determined to wrap this thing up. We're doing pretty well, honestly, thanks to our alliance with the Savage, the Top Knots. They're keeping us in good condition. And now, WAAAGH has all his gear. Which is a very, very nice thing to have. Eat some. Silly Bretonians. WAAAGH's Ard Armor. Really, really nice. Especially that 15% ward save. Move back over to Karakirn. Move into Karakirn to heal up. WAAAGH leveled up. intimidating presence, and we want let's do savages, which increases my melee units, like my Black Orcs. Increases their damage, I believe, or their melee attack. So their to-hit chance, I guess would be a better way to put it. Alright, everything else is under control for this turn. Everybody's moved that I want to move. You're staying in Zopar for just a little bit longer. You just got here and are waiting for reinforcements. So I'm going to go ahead and end the turn. But we finally got all of WAAAGH's swag, so we'll be able to wage a right and proper war against WAAAGH, rather, on everyone. Especially since I intend on stomping the Empire as much as I can. With WAAAGH in particular. He has quite the historical animosity towards them. So we're definitely going to make good use of it. Alright, so without further ado, thanks everyone for watching so much. I will see you guys next time. Be sure to stop by to be sure to check me out on Twitter, www.twitter.com/lsotek. That's LSOTEK, to find out just kind of what we're up to and when I'm live streaming and all the other stuff. Hope to see you guys around. Have a good one. Bye.